Guys, if you want to use an AI tool for research, what's that one AI tool that would come into your mind? For me, I would say it's Perplexity. So the problem with Perplexity is that if you want to use any of the model other than like the default model that they give out with the free plan, you just have to pay for the subscription, which is $20 per month. But what if I told you that I have actually found out an alternative which is open source, and it would do the exact same task of what the Perplexity would do, which is like the main thing with Perplexity is that it is going to search online for the information, and then it's going to use models in order to generate the response, right? So like, I mean, now with the OpenAI models or with the Claude models, we have the web search as a tool that they have used. But back then when GPT-3 launched, it doesn't actually have a search tool, right? Perplexity was the thing at that time. So now we now have an open source which is called Perplexica, and it's going to do the exact same thing of searching online first before giving out the results. And here the best thing here is that you could actually use an open source model if you have one running in your computer, or else if you want to use a model which is from like cloud providers like maybe Gemini, OpenAI, or something like that, you could also do that as well. So that's something that I want to show you in this video. We'll be setting it up and then we'll just test it out how it works. So the first thing that you just have to go to is just try to type out for Perplexica. I think you'll find a GitHub repo, which is this GitHub repo. You just have to open the repo, and I guess they named it to Vane. I guess maybe like, I mean, I actually used it before, like it was Perplexica. So let's just proceed with checking few of the features and how to install this out. So you see, this is an privacy focused AI answering engine, and you could use this with the local LLMs like Olama and also with the cloud providers. So the some of the cool features here is so like the main feature that we actually use the Perplexity for is web search, right? So this is actually powered by SearchX NG. This is what is going to help us to search on internet, like on web, and then get the results of it, and then use any of the models like local LLMs or cloud LLMs in order to generate the response. So what we'll now try to do is, for this, in order you to install, you need to have the Docker. So it's very simple to install. Just try to search for Docker, and here you'll have something like Docker desktop, or if you just go into Docker website, you'll have the option to download the Docker desktop and choose your operating system, either it's a Mac or either it's a Windows. Just choose that out, and once you have installed it, you just don't have to even sign into Docker. So once you install, you'll have something like this. I'll just open up the Docker. So this is how Docker would look like. And once you have this installed, just go back to the repo again, and you have to copy out this command and open out the terminal and just paste out this exact command and click on enter. I'll just allow this, and you just have to wait some time. It's now going to get the image, like it's going to pull the image, and once this is done, you'll be able to see the Docker image running up, and then we could proceed with the usage of it. Let's just wait until it pulls the image. Okay, as you can see, we now have this like it pulled the image and extracted it. So the next thing that we just have to do is we just have to go to this particular URL in our browser. I just copy this out, but before that, if you open the Docker, you'll now see an image that is actually running up. You could just go with this port as well, or else if you just copy the URL from here, like that's the default port. So just try to paste out the thing, and if you go into that particular URL, this is the like the setup of it. So now you have to add the connection. So this connection here has to be either, if you are going to use Olama, you have to add Olama here. So like in this video, I'll try to go with any of the cloud providers. So I think we don't have open router, I guess. So I'll just go with Gemini. And also, if you are not sure, like if you don't have any of the API credits loaded out in any of the platform, I think Gemini would give you some free credits. You could just use Gemini to test it out. So for that, just try to type out Google AI Studio, and for the, you just have to go to the first link. And here just click on get an API key. Like you just have to log in with your Google account and click on create API key. I just name it as Vane. Okay, just try to choose out a project. I just have this one. If you don't have, you could just click on create and you could create one project and just click on create key. So now you will have a API key that you could copy it out from here and then go back to Vane and just try to paste out the API key. Like maybe I'll name it as Vane again. Vane Gemini API, and then I'll just paste out the API key here. So I'll just try to delete this API key after the recording gets complete. So yeah, I'll just paste it out. And these are all the models that we have the thing. So maybe I think these would be the ones that we'll actually have. So I'll just click on next, and then I'll choose the chart as maybe I'll just choose 3.0 flash if that's there here. Okay, we should have three. Yeah, I think this is okay. I'll just go with Gemini 3 Flash. And for the embedding model, I'll just go with this. This would work. Or else, if you want, you could just choose this as well. Mini LM. This, I mean, embedding model. It just doesn't have to be too powerful. If you have a like a basic model that makes the work, like that completes the work, so no worries. And just click on finish. Okay, so if you see a 404, don't worry. Just come back to the home and I'll just deny the location. Okay, let me just search for one quick question, which is let's see if it actually search. It's gonna search online, right? So let's just wait and see. I mean, and also when you're trying to configure, if you want to configure a local LLM, like a local model, the one biggest problem with that is it's going to be slow based on the parameters that you have chosen for the particular model. It's going to be slow. If you have a super like a very well high spec PC, then that's fine. But if you have a low end PC or maybe a, like I mean, usually if you have 8 GB or something like that, just try to go with like the small parameters model. Just don't go with OpenAI OSS 120 billion or something or 20 billion or something like that. Just try to go with some basic models. Or else if you want to test it out with cloud models, you could just go with Gemini thing that I have given you. So it's now going to search online, like as you can see. It's going to cite through these sources, and it's going to get the like generate the response based on the model that we have chose, which was actually Gemini 3, right? So it's going to use Gemini 3 to give out the response. So let's wait and see. Okay, I guess there is an issue with the Gemini API. I guess maybe I'll just try to go with the OpenAI. I actually have an OpenAI API key. So I'll just go to API platform and I'll just grab my API key. I mean, usually it works, but I guess we are using a free tier, right? From the Gemini. Okay, I have got my API key. Let me just try to update this out. Or here I'll go to settings. I'll delete this API key and I'll add a connection and I'll choose OpenAI and I'll just try to name it as Vane OpenAI and I just paste out the key and I'm adding the connection. So yeah, we have all these models now. So again, let's try to like create a new chart and let's try to ask it. Let's see whether it's gonna work or not. Okay, as you can see, we now have the result. So yeah, this is kind of like it searched online and then we have the results here. So this is something that is actually gonna do like a Perplexica or a Vane. So like yeah, I mean like if you want to use your own local models, you could do that with this as well. That's the main advantage of this particular thing. And also so this is it for the video. So if you have any questions or maybe if you want to join out a community which is like you'll have like-minded people or people building stuff in the same community so that you could share what you are building. So you could just join out the community. The link of this community will be in the description. It's completely free to join. You could just join this out. And that's it for the video. I hope you found this video helpful. So if you find it helpful, just give it a like and I'll see you in the next one.